God's great expectation is that sometimes we turn a lot of stuff inward in our world. And sometimes our impression of God, that he's got this great expectation of us, is like, we don't want to let him down, and we don't want to fail him, and he expects so much from me. He expects so much from, and I don't know if I can make the grade. I don't know if I can please him enough. I don't know if I can be good enough. But that's not the great expectation that I believe that we'll see through Scripture here today. The great expectation of God is, the best way that I can describe it, I'm starting to watch these like car restoration shows, Wheeler and Dealers and Fast and Loud and a few of these other shows. And they take these old jalopies seriously. They find them in scrapyards, you know, where the car's meant to just rot away and die. And they're rust buckets. And a guy will come and he'll buy that rust bucket, and then he takes it, and it turns out to be these amazing looking cars. And they're all painted, and there's so much work that goes into it, and there's so much finance and cost. And Overhaul is one of the shows that I watch. And they take a car, someone's car, they steal it or pretend that it's gone missing or somehow in a way, and this guy's panicking, oh my car. And while he's panicking, they're restoring it. And they would spend nothing upward of $50,000, $60,000, $100,000 restoring a car. And everyone's going, oh, why would we do that? We do missions. I know we're all holy and spiritual. But the reason I watch it is because God is a God that restores. And he's a God that is able to look at what is broken, rusted, disgusting, busted, whatever it is, and goes, you know what, I see that there's some potential. And that's when we talk about great expectation today. That's really the heart that I want you to understand the message through, because that's the heart in that Peter's writing, that when God looks at our lives, we might look at ourselves, because you have to admit, we are probably the most critical people about ourselves. We criticize ourselves really bad. And we feel when we have let someone down. We feel that we haven't met expectation. We feel all of those sorts of things. But when God looks at you, I just want you to get this, because you need to shift the paradigm in your mindset about how you view that. We know this stuff, how God looks at us. But do we really understand it? Because knowledge needs to have understanding, because when I have the knowledge with the understanding, that's when the transformation happens in my life and my actions and my reactions. So when I understand that God is looking at me, not just as some broken down jalopy that's in some sort of hidden place that is rusting away and that's no good for no one. He looks at my life and he says, you know what? That life I can turn and change and make to something that is just amazing.